So I was having trouble. I had two inverters, and the one that I bought used for a few months went kaput. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but these just fucking things are just junk. But this one at least had some signs of life. Actually, the other one that I opened up, the fan would try to turn on, and then it would just turn off, on and off intermittently. So it would just beep. Just go like beep, loud, annoying sound. It doesn't work, so nothing that I could fix. But knowing these modern junk pieces of equipment, if you can even call it that, a problem that I've always seen with welders, with plasma cutters, with lots of types of TIG welders, transformers, anything of that nature, is the connection points, the output and the inputs. And as usually they're very under-designed, and they're usually not made of stainless steel or brass, and they rust, and they're badly connected by plastic or just loose wires or combination of those. So I noticed with this one that when I moved, like when I touched the terminals and tried tightening them up more, it would give some sign of life. And then I noticed that the whole terminal, when I was trying to tighten the screws at the end, the whole terminal itself was spinning. So that kind of indicated to me that there was a bad contact. And right there on the negative, you can see there's actually some signs of burning there. Try to zoom in here. So you can kind of see that bluish spot right there. So anyways, I just took the 4 screws off of the end, and this is pretty much how I found it. This one's a little bit tighter, but on this side, this is how I found it. As you can see, there's a bunch of water. That there is just completely loose. So we definitely are having issues there. This one actually, they had, at least the design, they use their heads and not their assholes to design it. You can actually remove the whole back and actually get access to this. There's some, you take that for granted. The other one wasn't like this. You couldn't really, it was very difficult to disassemble, really. See, these things are mass produced. They're not designed to be serviceable. Nobody thinks of that. They just assemble it in a way that is easiest for them and with no regard to access, So anyways, I'm going to try to replace these. Yeah, there's a bunch of corrosion on there too. Replace these with brass screws. I got some nice brass screws and knurled nuts here, and hopefully that works. I'll try to just pause this video, but my phone is a bit crazy. It doesn't work. I'll see you in the next part of the video. Alright, so I managed to make a nice setup inside. It actually looks really nice. Look at that. So this is what you see inside. I have a brass screw going all the way through, and then over here on the end of the screw is where you'd have the wires, the main wires that go into the inverter. They're obviously inside here. And then this knurled nut backs against this plastic plate, and it's sandwiched between the other knurled nut like that. So this is that one there. And finally, now I just use one of these knurled nuts to connect our wires like that. Now, unfortunately, because the the screws weren't long enough. I wasn't able to put in these colored spacers to identify the terminals, but it does say on top here positive, then negative. So I wish they were a bit longer because then we'd have a bit more holding power there, but it is what it is for the moment. And maybe in the future I'll try to get some longer screws, but this is definitely an improvement over this piece of shit here. Now, it just amazes me that these screws and the knurled nuts literally cost like maybe $2 altogether. So these bastards like really are just saving, and this is directly from Home Depot. Home Depot Auto Parts, they call it sometimes. But, mass produced, these things literally cost cents. Cents on the dollar. And these punk ass bastards can't bother to to add a few cents on each sale to put something decent. They said they put this junk here. But the thing is, they're making a lot more money not on saving the parts themselves. Yeah, just a few cents, in millions. Let's say they make millions of these. It's not really a high cost. But, most people, as soon as this thing was not working, most people just have thrown this right in the garbage. So really, they're just, and that's the thing nowadays. It's a lot of people confuse these things. They think that manufacturers are cutting corners and building junk because they are saving money that way in terms of materials, but they're making a lot more money in terms of just selling, and then reselling, selling again, because you just keep buying this disposable junk. But well, hopefully now it'll last. I don't want to talk too much here. And that's the view from the back there. And yeah, showtime.